Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Crusader Kings 2, the Winter King mod Let's Play. So last time around, we were attacked by the Saxons to our immediate east, and we were able to defeat them pretty soundly. And so we've taken their king prisoner. We're gonna have to decide what we want to do with him, but before we, let him free or ransom him or cut off his head, we're gonna end the war so that we don't have to worry about them attacking us any further. We'll have a nice sort of truce to keep them away for the time being. Of course, they can break the truce, but they will take diplomatic penalties for doing so. So it's a nice little buffer to have, and hopefully that means that will be the last of the Saxons attacking us, at least for a while. There are obviously other Saxon kingdoms, but because they're so fractured at the moment, it'll be a lot easier for us to sort of navigate that situation. We are going to continue to try to gain ground in this particular area as well. We do have a truce against these guys. Let's see, that is the... Okay. Yeah, we have a truce with them until the year 500. So actually only about 2 years. That's not too bad. Well, closer to 3, given that that's September and we're in January right now. So almost 3 years. But that's not bad at all. What I probably should do is... Where is my Chancellor currently? I don't know where that is. Where are you? Oh, you're right there. Okay. So you're trying to grab a claim on Gwent right now. Do I care about that? Because I'm fairly certain... Let's see. If I were to declare war on these guys, I should be able to claim the entire... it won't show me because I have levies raised. So let's take care of this war first, and then we'll look at some prospective wars down the line. So we will offer peace and, of course, enforce our demands. Oh, right, I forgot. We were ransoming somebody to him, so we're going to need to advance the clock a bit before we can actually do that. We're also being attacked, so I need to close this and see what's happening here. He is going to pay our ransom. I thought I paused that, but apparently I did not. I need you... Where are they headed? To here? Can you guys win that? I hope you can win that. If not, I'll have to deal with it later. But yeah, they got the drop on me there. So we're going to cut them off. The clergy is not satisfied with collecting a tithe from all free peasants. They demand the right to collect an extra tithe. A tenth of the peasant's harvest or a tenth of the craftsman's production. If the priests were allowed to collect another, it would double the taxes and thus make the peasants protest wildly. I would gain piety. It would increase the local revolt risk and religious taxation. Or I can say, no, the peasants aren't going to starve on my watch. And this bishop will dislike me a little bit, but I honestly don't care. So I'm going to go with that. Let's see, they are going to change directions and they're headed here. They're probably going to try to help out down there. So I'm going to do the same. We're going to intervene on their behalf, and that should have been more than enough to make us victorious, which it looks like we were. Yes, so I'm going to pursue them now. Actually, before we do that, stop there. They're headed that way. Is it to... Yeah, it's to here. So we'll meet them there. He's not too pleased, but he did accept our ransom, and so that should allow me to finally enforce these demands. So there's the end of the war. Very happy to see that. Let's get our guys back across the border here, and then I will disband them. There we go. Army disbanded. And, right, now we can maybe deal with these raiders. Can I call up troops here? And how many? That should be sufficient. I should be able to get them before they flee. Yeah. Oh, wow. We got defeated by a tenth of our number. That is pathetic. Get back in there. That was, yeah. We didn't have any morale. That was the issue. But they didn't really either. So we defeated their army. We can disband these guys now. And let's take a look at Gwent. So if I were to declare war, I could do it under the subjugation of Gwent, and that would give me the whole kingdom. So I don't know why I'm bothering with this, because I don't need to do that. I can get that province just by conquering these guys. They have 2.2. I have almost 4. So we're actually in pretty good shape to win that war. Let's go ahead then and move you to here. Oh, I can't. Maybe that's why I put him there. Huh. So how would I go about getting claims on this? I wonder if I can just do it through conquest. Yeah, I can. Okay, so I don't even need a claim. I have to wait until the truce ends, though. I could go after something like this. I could also start spending money on building up Londinium, and that's not a bad idea. We are upgrading the market city already, so I have to wait. I could build a castle here, and that might not be such a bad idea, especially if I plan on turning this into my capital. So I'll have to think about that. I really need to build this up, though. We need to improve this to a town palisade, because this is like really, really low tier right now. We want to, obviously turn this into a real capital before we make it the capital. And then I think, as I mentioned before, I'd like to claim a lot of the surrounding area for myself rather than giving it away. Because I hold so little territory down here, I think it would be easier for me to give away this and build up here rather than, trying to steal territory in this area. So I guess with that, let's just let the clock run for a little bit. I don't want to declare that war immediately, but at the same time, I think I am going to build this castle. My modest attempts to write poetry was never meant to be published in any way, but wherever I go, bards and minstrels are reciting or singing my poems. So apparently we're a poet. I can gain some prestige for that, but 15 is basically nothing compared to what we currently have. Or I can gain the poet trait, which is going to up my diplomacy and learning, and make other poets like me. I think that's probably a better choice. Let's see. To the great King Arthur, may you live in harmony and contentment. We offer you the safe release of Marius and Sorius for the modest sum of 10 gold. I will accept. I didn't realize we had people locked up. I will ransom anybody that I can here. Oh, I can't. That being the case, then, unfortunately, the king did get released when we ended that war. You're not really... I'll probably just end up releasing a lot of these people because I feel bad for just executing them. Most of them are nobodies. He's actually a pretty good leader. I might kill him. I'll execute him because I assume he's a general or something. Sussex won't like me, but whatever. They did attack me, so, obviously I'm not going to be super nice, but I don't see the need to kill everybody, especially if they're not going to really contribute to another war against me, at least in any effective way. So if they are not good military leaders, there's really no reason to kill them. Yeah, you guys are just like awful characters. I don't think you're a threat to anybody. I'll let you go. And Severus, that's a fun name. Makes me think of like Snape. Okay, so release him. Right. Now then, I guess we could... I don't know that I want to declare war yet. But at the same time, if I wait too long, I risk missing the opportunity. I just wish our levies were a little bit closer to maximum. But we should be able to handle it. I don't have an alliance with you, right? You have a pact with the Queen of Gwent, which doesn't really mean much. Alternatively, I have a pact with a lot of people, including their northern neighbors, and their western neighbors. So yeah, that ends up actually working out pretty well for me, because by absorbing them, I now share a border with both of my allies. Of course, I'd like to eventually absorb them as well. I might be able to do that peacefully, although I doubt it. Typically, if they're kings, which I think they are, yeah, they are kings, they're not going to be particularly willing to join me. Yeah. Oh, they're also pagan, so that's going to make things even more difficult. Right. Well, I'm going to say let's go ahead and do this. I will declare war to subjugate them. And yeah, that should give me the entire territory. And then we will, of course, call in our allies. Both of them. Is there anybody else? No. And then we will call up all of our troops that we possibly can. And we're going to send them north to about here to join forces. And then we'll send them across the border. Oh, I've got a lot of events. Oh, these are just the people I freed. Okay. So we'll see what sort of army they decide to muster. Given that we have allies, though, this should go really, really smoothly. He's going to answer the call, which is great. He is also going to answer. Let's start merging you guys. I think most of the war is going to happen on that northern border from the looks of it. There we go. Our whole force is gathered, just under 4,000 men. I'm actually going to just head straight north, and we'll see what happens here. Actually, what I might do is try to get these guys. Go this way, if you don't mind. And then I'm going to try to catch them sort of separate. Because if I can destroy them before they join a larger force, they'll go down a lot easier. And wow, we're like flying through this territory. So there we go. We'll dispatch them. And then I will dispatch these guys if I can catch them. Looks like I will just miss them, but I'm going to pursue them. I might need to make my way all the way west to help out there. I don't want to risk losing that battle. We might get intercepted here, though. Get in there, get in there, get in there. Okay, we joined just in time to defeat them. So that was a victory. Why don't I have any competent generals? What is going on here? Luckily, Arthur's good enough to sort of handle this all on his own. I want my army to continue west to dispatch the remainder of their force. And that's another victory, I think, if I could see everything happening. We captured this guy, who is a pretty good character. I don't want to kill him, though. So I will look at maybe ransoming him. They're not willing to pay for him. So I'll leave him locked up for now. Ooh, they're fleeing into my allies' territory there. We're being attacked. I don't see anybody attacking us. Huh. Well. Ah, here. Got it. Go destroy them, and I want you to besiege Gwent. Oh, I can't attack them for whatever reason. But yeah, go... Oh, he's gonna get credit for it, the bastard. Yeah, let's get this over with. This should go fairly smoothly. They have very, very few men defending. And this is their capital, so this will give me quite a bit of war score. Hopefully enough to end it. If not, we'll go destroy this army here. When guests arrive, my son is the first to greet them and shower them with questions. He's gregarious, that's good. That is what I like to see. He is 11 now. And verging on double digits in just about everything. Okay, how are we doing here? Nearly victorious. There it is. Okay. I will be merciful and leave them. And then, let's see. We should be respectful. That will give me temperate. Or at least a chance of being temperate. Also prestige and piety. We can loot it. We'll lose a little bit of piety. Otherwise, possibly gain some gold. And then we can be a little bit hostile and raid them. and I might become cruel, which is not something I want to be. I don't really need... I mean, like, 60 gold would be great, but given that there's such a small chance of it happening, I think we're better off just taking the piety. And some prisoners have been found locked in the dungeons of Burium after the recent siege. A decision needs to be taken regarding their fate. Shall we release them, or shall we leave them where they are? Release those with whom we have common cause. I wonder if we could get some of them to join us. Whoever they are, they belong here. Kind. Let's see. We lose the trait charitable, so I can't choose that one. It would have to be one of these two. The thing, though, is I would like to see who I'm releasing when they get released. And I think if I click this, it's going to disappear, and I won't know, like, who I let go. But I'd like to recruit them over to my side if I could. Like, this guy's pretty solid. This guy's pretty solid. Ardgar. I think I can remember that. So let's keep him, or his tab open. We'll let them go. And then I'll have to look up Ardgar to track him down. So release those with common cause. We're victorious. That only gave us 86. So you guys are going to march on them. And that closed this, so I lost him. Great. But I do remember Ardgar at least. Ardgar? Great, there's a lot of Ardgars. That makes this difficult. None of them are willing to come join me, though, so there's really no reason in bothering any further. So let's march to here. We'll destroy the remainder of this army. And I don't know why that other army won't attack or engage. But we did capture a mayor. Can I ransom him? He cannot afford the ransom, so it doesn't matter. Apparently that's a different war that I am not privy to or something. Because that hostile army is not actually hostile toward me. So let's destroy the rest of these guys. We captured a High Lord. I could probably ransom him. No, he's also completely broke. Well, I guess I need to besiege something else. So I'll probably just take this since I'm already here. And once we've done that, that might give us enough war score. We're going to have to nickel and dime it at this point, unfortunately. I was hoping that crushing their army would give me enough. But that doesn't seem to be the case. So we're going to have to get it through sieging. Which isn't something I really wanted to have to do. But it's something I'm going to have to do. So here we go. I just need to make sure that they don't try to take this back. They need at least 40 there, which actually is not impossible for them to get. Obviously, they have enough walking around. Civil war on Domnonia. Uh-oh. That's not good. I mean, it's not uprising against me, so it's not the worst, but still having that happen to one of my vassals, one of my direct vassals, might be a bit concerning. Although if it fractures his holding underneath me, that might be for the best. Because the less power he has, the better. We'll see we'll see what comes of that. Hopefully it's something that benefits us, but it's entirely possible that it could end up hurting us. In the darkest moments, I find myself wondering, why is the world filled with such hardships, griefs, and pain? Is there a higher plan, or is it just chaos? I could potentially become jealous, or I could become cynical. More martial and learning, or more intrigue. Intrigue is our weakest trait. So the thing is, how is our piety doing? It's increasing, so cynical would not necessarily hurt me. Yeah, I'm just going to do cynical. Good, we're cynical, and that boosts that up to 14. He's trying to take that back, so I'm going to need to intervene, unfortunately. You know what? It looks like we'll probably get this before he finishes that, so... Okay, apparently we've got bishops making power grabs. Claims that he would be a better religious and spiritual advisor than... I mean, that is true, it looks like. But you don't hold any territory. You're also a hedonist. I don't know how I feel about that. Grant a landed title. I can give you lordships, but that's about it. Order to take the vows. Join a monastic order. Will become a monk, but stay in your court. Sure, do that. If he does that, then I would be more likely to make him a... Oh, this has been running. Whoops. I would be more likely to make him a theologist. I need you to destroy that army before they take Gwent back. And let's see. That's over. A noble has distinguished himself in battle. Perhaps I can make use of him. This guy? Cool. Another general. I can definitely make use of that. And that is 100%, so we can finally end this. We'll enforce our demands. And the British war to subjugate Gwent has ended. High King Arthur of Britannia has won. And so all of this is now Britannian. He retains his position, and he's actually still very fond of me, surprisingly. Oh, we need to go do something about that. So march on down there. I don't know why you would... Oh, okay, never mind. I was like, why that? But that's all the same province. Apparently we're taking part in that battle. Now we're going to go destroy these guys. Another victory. Yeah. Getting constantly raided is getting very, very frustrating. I don't like having to deal with that every couple minutes. Especially since we are losing money to them. Well, I don't know that we necessarily are. But our vassals are, which could affect their tithes to us. Keep pursuing them. Where are they headed? They're headed there. I don't know if we'll beat them here necessarily. We'll try. If not, we'll just pursue them north. We got them, okay. And that looks to be the end of them. So let's go ahead and disband our army finally. And there we have it. So we've taken Gwent. Our kingdom has gotten larger. Next up on the docket is going to be sort of a difficult choice because now we share borders with our allies. And we have to figure out if we're willing to attack them. If we decide to do that, I'll probably go after the smaller one first, just so we can gain a little bit of traction before going after the larger of the two. We could also just sort of skip around them and go north of them. However, we will eventually need to conquer them in order to unite, England. So... let's actually make sure that we have the option to do that. So I actually need valid claims against them, which is going to be difficult. Okay, so because they're our tributary, so we would have to release them first. Assuming that we do that, I'm pretty sure we would have the same conquest options that we did for these other kingdoms. They will not vassalize, though, I can guarantee you that. Up here, we should be able to do this via conquest or subjugation, and it looks like we can. This is independent. I'm wondering if he would accept vassalization. He would be more open to it than others, but I imagine that he will still refuse. So, yeah, we could... Oh, we can't just subjugate him. So this is going to be a trickier one right here. But there's only 2 provinces. Why did he have 3 options? Claim, claim. That's his? That's interesting. That's really interesting. Well, I might leave him for last then, because that's going to take a while. Although, I guess he's pretty weak, so maybe what we'll do is we'll take like this kingdom here, then we'll take this one, then these guys, then that one, then this one, and then that one. That way, we're not constantly waiting for truces. We're kind of, doing it piece by piece over time. Let's look at their relative strengths, though. So 800, that would be nothing. And then, of course, now we have Gwent helping us as well. 1.5, which isn't much. That's actually weaker than Gwent was. And we're at about 5,000 up here. 600. And what about you? 1.7. So actually these guys are the strongest right here. I don't think that would be too difficult though. But we are out of time, so I'm going to break off the episode here. And we'll have to wait and see what's going to come of this. I'm actually hoping that the... I don't know who exactly is attacking him. But I'm hoping that the aggressor wins out here, because I wouldn't mind seeing his holdings get fractured and having a few more direct vassals underneath me here, which I think is sort of what we're starting to see, because I think this guy is the aggressor. And they still do fall under my banner, so as long as that remains the case, I'm actually okay with them rising up. I think I prefer that. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Crusader Kings 2 with you, and I look forward to seeing you back here for the next episode.